just saying, is anybody else ready for Ellie and Tommy to basically wipe out an entire paramilitary organization in Seattle? Because that is exactly what happens in The Last of Us Part 2. Like, you have to understand, okay? At the end of, not even at the end of, technically the beginning. So let's start the beginning of The Last of Us Part 2. Spoiler alert, somebody important dies. We're not, for people who haven't played the game, we're not going to talk about it. But Ellie and Tommy go to get revenge. And there's a military organization that's basically taken over Seattle, right? We're talking hundreds of members of this military organization. I can only hope and pray my favorite scene from the games is in the show where, what is her name? Her name is she's playing Abby. Caitlin Dever. She's playing Abby in the next season of The Last of Us. I can only hope my favorite scene from the games is in the show. And by favorite scene, hold on, I'm actually going to pull up what my favorite scene is from the games, because I remember when that scene happened, I was, well, technically it's like two scenes that lead into each other, but there's the very first scene. Hold on, this one right here. Hold on, give me a second. It's taking a second to load. If it will load today, or if it just won't load at all. You know, sometimes you start these videos and you're like, I got a plan, man. I got videos and things that I want to show people. Skip. But right here. So Abby returns back to the paramilitary organization where there are just bodies upon bodies upon bodies. Like, they're bringing in body bags. Like, they're like, oh, we're bringing in like 30 bodies per truck. Every hour, somebody's picking off our people, right? And I forget who the hell it is. Oh my god, I didn't want the entire friggin' thing. I wanted the specific scene. I wanted the specific scene in the hospital where homeboy just gets absolutely popped. I wonder if anybody commented it. Is it in the comment down below? Let's see if it's in the comment down below. Right here, 1017. That right there. Like, they're trying to, it's her and Manny trying to escape. And they think they're about to escape. And that boy Tommy is on absolute demon time. Door opens up, wham! That has to be. That has to be. That has to be in the show. Not only does that have to be in the show, because it legitimately sets a tone, but the fight with Ellie, where Ellie is just on demon time, because the way in which Naughty Dog set up the game is that the Ellie AI basically remembers how you play. So if you set a lot of traps, it sets traps. If you're somebody that uses a sniper rifle and you have really, really good accuracy, it uses a sniper rifle and it has really, really good accuracy. Like, it plays the way in which you play. And when you're playing as Abby going up against an AI version of yourself, and that AI version of yourself is just walking you, and you're like, please, for the love of God, let me get away. You have to, I'm hoping, I'm praying that this season actually encompasses just how fucking terrifying those two were in Seattle when they were out for blood trying to get revenge, because the paramilitary organization saw nothing the likes of Ellie or Tommy until those two fucking just hellions descended from wherever they descended from and just started running through their organization as though it was absolutely fucking nothing. We are not going to do a, what is it called? A first look? No, not a first look. Good God, I forgot the name of the first impressions. First reaction. because YouTube doesn't like that. So we're gonna hop through for some of my favorite scenes in this. I love the therapy session with Joel on the basically trying to pry out his what's going on with him, which is in relation to what happened at the end of the last season, where he essentially chooses to save Ellie. That decision leads to a myriad of issues once that decision comes to light, where the relationship between both him and Ellie becomes really, really strong. And then once the reality is revealed, it becomes really, really fraught. So it's basically, and weirdly enough, for whatever reason, I don't remember a therapy session in the game, but this reminds me of this scene when Rick reaches Alexandria, where Rick reaches Alexandria for the very first time and she sits him down to have that discussion with him. Basically, it is, if it ever decides to load for me. Which is, this scene reminds me of this one right here, where Rick basically reaches Alexandria and he sits down and he has to essentially decompress everything that's been going on with him on the road until he reached Alexandria to see whether or not he's a good fit. It's kind of sort of a version of that. Also, I love the fact that like they're both essentially got the exact same hair. They're like, hey, hold on. I need a good shot of Pedro's face. Like they've basically got the exact same flowing comb back locks. Only thing is, Rick went for the Thor beard, whereas Pedro went for more of the Oberyn. But I like the parallels between the both of them, because these are Rick Grimes and Joel are two individuals that are brutal. And what I mean by brutal is they're what they needed to do in order to survive in this new world with these new threats would be considered brutal in the old world. And they've adapted too well to basically the new status quo. And they bottle up a lot of their not only their emotions, but a lot of their trauma for Rick, all the people that he's killed, all the people that he's lost, all the things that he's basically had to do in order to survive. For Joel, exact same thing. Losing his daughter, keeping Tommy safe, losing Tommy, losing himself, losing Tess, finding Ellie, choosing Ellie over the cure, finding Tommy, and then living with the repercussions of everything that he's basically essentially decided to do. Love the parallels for this scene right here, where it really does feel like a callback. Like I said, I don't remember whether or not in the game there was a therapy session. I don't remember one. I'm honestly hoping that we get the Space Museum, because I think the Space Museum is a really, really good scene. But so far it looks as though it's going to definitely have a bunch of my favorite action scenes. More of Ellie just basically living inside of the town. Joel basically teaching her how to play guitar. I feel as though this might be post arrival to here, because she doesn't have her tattoo yet and she just recently burned her arm to hide the evidence of the bite. So this must be pretty early on, I would say, before everything essentially goes to shit, because it looks as though they have like a really decent relationship. But at the exact same time in the game, he does come to her after the event that happens at the dance, and they have a heart to heart. And I can't remember off the top of my head whether or not he gives her the guitar. It's been a while since I played the game. I apologize. That's on me. Her and Dinah at the rock and roll store, which is pretty fucking cool, because she shows that she actually knows how to play the guitar, because it's something that Joel teaches her, which it's one of the few good things that Joel teaches her, because everything else that he's taught her is basically how to survive and basically how to kill. What else do we have here? We have more of that. We actually have our first shot of, I said her name earlier. and I instantaneously forgot her name. Hold on. Her name is where did I put it? I put it somewhere. Hold on. Give me a second here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Caitlin Dever, who's going to be essentially playing Abby. Question is, I wonder if she's going to get as swole as Abby. This is the attack on the refinery with Tommy and Joel. This shit is going to be fucking. I kind of wish that they had left this part out right here. Because this shit right here is tense, especially when you're playing the game and they're slamming against the wall, then the wall falls down, and you're crawling underneath the wall, and they're trying to like reach through the little holes to try and fucking get at you. But the level of fear and sheer terror on her face, yeah, nah, dog, that shit is claustrophobic and absolutely fucking terrifying. So that's gonna be good. I have a feeling that this may actually be the end of episode 1. Good God Almighty. I'm here to tell you right now, when that death occurs, the internet is gonna light up like the 4th of July. There's just gonna be a ton of people who've never played the games before that are gonna be absolutely upset. But I love the fact that we are definitely gonna be getting just how tense and insane that scene in particular actually is. And then we've also got the crazy cult that's gonna be torturing and brutalizing people. And then we've also got a shot of Tommy with his wife. Is his wife black in the game? I don't think so. I don't remember off the top of my head. Then of course we've got Ellie, Bella Ramsey. Then we've got the subway scene, which is like another really good scene that I'm happy that we're definitely getting, where everything goes to shit and it's basically just a fight for absolute fucking survival. Then it looks as though Joel actually does reveal what's going on with him to the therapist. And this is definitely also a flashback. I was going to say this is definitely probably not a flashback, and you're definitely going to learn what it is in the future, but no, it's definitely a flashback. But yeah, no, I'm super excited. 2025 is so far away, and well, it's not really technically that far away. We're like 3 months away, but this is probably not at the early part of 2025. I wouldn't be shocked if it says 2025, but I guess we're gonna probably June, maybe July. It's somewhere in the middle, I would say, of the year. But let me know what you guys think. Are you super excited for The Last of Us? I know I am most certainly excited for The Last of Us to come out. But let me know if there are any scenes from the game that you're kind of hoping make the transition to the show. Also, there's been like a little bit of discourse for Bella Ramsey. I've never had an issue with Bella Ramsey, but I do understand the discourse is due to the discovery that what is her name from Alien Romulus? Um Kaylee Spaney, that there was a discovery that she also she also went out and auditioned for Ellie, and that she didn't get the role as Ellie, but promotional shots of her, especially in Alien Romulus, have led to a bunch of people wondering why she wasn't chosen, since technically I'm actually trying to find a shot of her as Ellie, or as close to looking as Ellie like as possible. Hold on. Where like there was an argument why exactly her character wasn't chosen for Ellie, since she's a little bit more at the correct height and she actually looks like the character. I'm going to basically give my 2 cents on that argument. Marketability of name. More people were familiar with Bella Ramsey, and she was the bigger star at the time, especially because of Game of Thrones, and I forgot the name of the indie project that she was in. But basically, for the most part, because of Game of Thrones. Um, Kaylee wasn't, Like, she was in stuff, but she wasn't really a household name. I feel as though if we were to attempt to cast Last of Us now after Ellie and Romulus, she'd have probably been chosen. But we've got the Ellie that we had in season one. I think she did a phenomenal job in season one, and I really can't wait to see what she does in season two. But yeah, catch you next video. Peace.